to really like him as a person and a teammate too, and I think that's important to the Raptors.
Buns, not Suggs. I
actually Suggs too.
Suggs too. Oh, really? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I like Suggs a lot. I did that. I know people got like mad at me a little bit for picking Barnes in the mock draft. I would lean toward Ohtani right now, just because I think, being a two-way guy is so special. But
どうもこんにちは、コータローです。ということで、今回はラプターズ番記者のブレイクマーフィーさんにお越しいただきました。ブレイクマーフィーさんのことを簡単に紹介すると、ラプターズの番記者であり、ジ・アスレチックスという有料のスポーツサイト、そこにラプターズの記事を投稿したり、ポッドキャストをやっている方ですね。今季の開幕前にはラプターズの2020-21シーズンに起こるであろう15個の大胆な予想という記事の中で渡邊選手の本契約を予想し見事に的中させました。そんな番記者のマーフィーさんに今回は渡邊選手の今季の振り返りや渡邊選手への当初のイメージ、またドラフトについてのお話、そして野球についての話題で大谷選手や川崎選手について話しています。ぜひ皆さん最後までもしくは何回かに分けて見てもらえると嬉しいです。またこういったインタビューができるのもいつも動画を見てくれてチャンネル登録していただいている皆さんのおかげです。チャンネルが大きくなっていっているおかげでこういった独自の取材も受け入れてもらいやすくなっています。今後もこういったことを独自でやっていきたいと思っているのでチャンネル登録まだの方はぜひこの機会に登録よろしくお願いします。それでは行きましょう。Hello Break, how are you?
Good, thank you. はじめまして。
Thank you so much. はじめまして。Thank you for your time today. I'm very happy to this opportunity because I'm a big fan of you and Eric Collins' athletic article and podcast. And for me, the podcast is it's good for learning English and that's very fun and I love it. So
also, good, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Also, now in Japan is NBA fans. So many fans very interesting about Raptors because of Utah, and also they want to know how Raptors local fans and the media evaluate games. So I'm gonna ask about this or about Utah and maybe Shohei Ohtani. So, he's very historic performance right now. So, okay.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's the only guy in Vlad's way.
Yeah.
For MVP. So.
Yeah. That's I'm gonna ask that. Okay. I'm very nervous and I have very strong accent. So feel free to ask if you don't get it. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. So first, what was your first reaction when Yuta Watanabe joined as Exhibit 10 in the training camp?
Yeah, I was excited. So I watch and cover a lot of G League stuff. I'm usually out watching Raptors 905. So I'd gotten a pretty good look at Yuta his first 2 years with the Memphis Hustle. And I know he didn't get a lot of NBA opportunity with Memphis. But I thought when he was with Memphis Hustle in the G League that he was one of the best defensive players in the G League. So, I know he didn't have a big track record of shooting the three, not at a high volume at least. So I was curious to see where his offense was at. But to me, he was always one of the 5 or 10 best defenders in the G League. So that's kind of what the Raptors look for at the end of the bench is they prioritize defense first and versatility first, and Utah seemed like a good defensive fit and a good cultural fit right from the very beginning.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm very happy to hear that. Okay, so because so many people talk about Alizé or X905 Aronson, but but almost nobody talk about Utah. So yeah, I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. when they invited all the guys in camp, I did have Alizé a little bit ahead of Utah when I tried to figure out who might make the team. Alizé was in a similar position to Utah, 2 years of being a very, very good G League player. And the one thing that I thought maybe Alizé had an advantage was he's he's not much bigger, but he rebounds like a center. That's something the Raptors needed. And obviously Alizé has done very well in Brooklyn. It's been good though. It's been cool to see Utah kind of win that competition and run with it.
And I'm also surprised Raptors cut I forgot. Brissett, Raptors cut Brissett over him. So that's so.
Yeah, and O'Shea wasn't 100% healthy yet. He had surgery at the end of last season on his knee, and he said he felt good and stuff, but he didn't get very much playing time or anything. So he's another guy that you see him now in Indiana doing well for the Pacers. So I think that says a lot about Utah that he beat out Alizé and O'Shea, and those guys were having good NBA seasons too.
Okay. Thanks so much. Okay, so the next question is what was your reaction? What was your first reaction when Utah got standard contract?
Like when he got converted?
Yeah,
I thought it was great, and I thought, it was a little bit weird because the league kept changing their mind about what the rules for two-way contracts would be. So first it's, you get 45 days. And then this year they're like, you get 50 games. And then they said, well, you could just stay on the team the whole year. So in a normal year, you probably would have seen Utah maybe go down to the 905 for a little bit so they could protect his days and stuff. But with how well he was playing, and then, if he had stayed on a two-way the whole season, he would be a free agent right now. So someone else could maybe take him away. So I think it made sense to do that, to get him locked up for an extra year. And it's always, they've done it almost every year where whichever one of their two-way guys plays the best, you convert them, and then they get a little bonus, right? Like they get more salary for the rest of the season and get that extra year on the deal. So it's good. I thought he definitely earned it, especially like once he came back from that injury and got going again. I thought he really earned it.
Okay. And I loved that you and Eric talk about Utah's new contract right after the team release. I love that. Thank you. So it's fun. It's great for him. It's he's made a lot of fans, I think, on the court, obviously, but everyone seems to really like him as a person and a teammate too, and I think that's important to the Raptors. The next question is, I know this is too early to ask, but do you think will he get contract next season? Yeah, it is a little early, but if I had to guess, I would say yes. I think they have 4 guys on minimum contracts that aren't guaranteed: DeAndre Bembry, Utah, Paul Watson Jr., and Freddie Gillespie. I don't think all of those guys are going to make the team, but of those guys, Utah has the biggest early guarantee. So August 9th, his contract will be guaranteed for $375,000. So that's kind of a nice vote of confidence in him that they believe in him. And that date comes before Summer League finishes. So if he's on the team in Summer League, that locks in a little bit. I just think he's shown, you never know for sure with a guy in Utah's place. If he doesn't keep improving, then maybe they change their minds. But I think right now he's shown a lot of growth quickly. And I would bet that he's working pretty hard to improve that 3-point shot and his driving and stuff like that. So I don't think it's 100%, but I would think lean more toward yes than no. Okay, thank you. Oh, by the way, are you coming to watch Olympic game in Tokyo? Unfortunately, I'm not. We don't know for sure yet if the Canadian men are going to be there. I would love to go and cover the Canadian women too, but with the pandemic and everything, it was a little hard to figure all that stuff out. So I'll cover it from here. Japan is at the top of my list of places that I want to travel. I want to do like 2 or 3 weeks there and go see some NPB baseball, and I want to see some New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I want to see all sorts of stuff. So I won't get to go this time, but I hope to get to go there soon. Oh yeah, okay. Thanks so much. Yeah, you should go. Thank you. Maybe next summer. Yeah. Okay. yeah, the next topic is a draft, NBA draft. Just one
Yep.
thing. You mentioned the Raptors should pick Mobley, Green, or Scotty Barnes. Not Suggs. I actually
No,
be
it's
surprised.
Suggs too.
Suggs
too.
already? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I like Suggs a lot. I did that. I know people got like mad at me a little bit for picking Barnes in the mock draft. I just wanted to, I wanted to see what would happen in the draft and if Orlando would, if I could talk to my Orlando colleague and get him to trade up and give me some money or a draft pick to move up. So I think, I think the decision is probably Mobley, Green, and Suggs. Barnes is probably the next closest guy, but most people who know the draft really well and who study it, all season instead of me who's trying to catch up now, they see it as Mobley, Suggs, and Green as 2, 3, 4 in some order. Mobley is the one of those guys that I like the best for the Raptors. I think he's going to be super versatile defensively. He has a lot of perimeter skill on offense already. So if you don't think he's going to hold up at center, maybe he's got some power forward skills there. And we know from the last couple of years and even from how they used Utah that if you are versatile defensively and you can cover a couple positions, they'll find a way to get you on the court. So Suggs and Green, Green is the best scorer in the draft, maybe other than Cade, but he's one of those guys that he can get you a bucket, right? And it's that's a hard thing to do when the games are close and the defense is locked in. And I know too, there's a good Filipino community in Toronto that would love to see Jalen Green as well. And then Jalen Suggs is kind of an all-around guy. He doesn't have quite the shooting that Jalen Green has, but he has. His playmaking's more advanced. He's a better defender. He kind of fits what the Raptors like to do defensively and with, off guards who can pass and attack and push the ball in transition and stuff. So I don't think you can go wrong with any of those three guys. It's, I know everyone always ends up having their favorites when you start to prep for the draft and look at who's there. But all four of these guys might have gone number one last year. So I think the Raptors are going to get someone pretty special no matter what.
Okay. Do you have other favorite player like for these four guys? Except
those are the four that I would have at that part of the draft. If the Raptors were to trade down and to pick up an extra pick or something like that, there are some guys that I like. I like Keon Johnson a lot, Kai Jones and Jaden Springer. Those are kind of the three guys that it seems like I like them more than the average. I like Scotty Barnes too, but everyone likes Scotty Barnes. I think, he's going to be in the 5, 6, 7 mix. So I don't think I would reach for any of those guys at number 4. I think if you like one of those guys more, you try to trade down. But there should be some fun names. And then the Raptors have 2 second-round picks, too, guys who will probably be playing for Raptors 905 next year. And there are some really fun names late in the draft there, too. So hopefully the 905 will be really fun again.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so let's go to the next topic. The topic is baseball. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani. Do you prefer he should play two-way or just play outfielder or just pitcher?
Oh, definitely both. It's so much fun. It's it's so special to have a guy who can do both right now. And you see him homer and pitch on the same day, or hitting on all his off days and stuff. I know right now, this season at least, his batting numbers are so strong that I would understand the argument for, hey, maybe he's just a hitter for a little while now. Like, he's already got 24 home runs. But no, he's so fun. And he's so good for the game of baseball, I think, because he's so unique. And I think having, every 5 days, you get to tune into an Ohtani start is pretty special. And it's not like he's pitching poorly either, right? Like, if you're the Angels, I don't know. I don't even know which one you'd pick if you only wanted him to play one way. He's so good at both of them right now.
Yeah. Yeah, because for me, like, yeah, for us, the Japanese fans want to focus a better and want to he get the home run title. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So
that's
you don't want him because when he pitches, he misses games as
yeah,
a hitter.
yeah.
That's what you're worried about? Okay.
Focus
Yeah.
on better in this year. In the next year, focus on the pitcher.
Yeah. Because it's not, I mean, it's not very often that a player plays both ways, right? It's like certainly not in American baseball. Usually by the time you're in college, they make you pick one or the other. It was fun. I was reading Sadaharu O's book last week, and his like biography, and there's a part in there where he was a pitcher and a hitter, and he had to kind of choose. Obviously, he chose the right one. He ended up being the home run king, but hopefully they don't make Otani choose. I'm selfish. I want Vlad to win the home run title. So.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I know. So yeah, the next question is. I want to hear honest opinion. Who do you think MVP this season? The Guerrero or Otani or someone else?
No, it's definitely one of those two. It's tough because neither team is like they're both right around 500 right now. And if you use wins above replacement, I think Vlad is at 4.3 and Otani's at 4.1. So it's very, very close. I would lean toward Otani right now just because I think, being a two-way guy is so special, but I could see, now that the Blue Jays are getting a little healthier and Springer's back and stuff, I think Vlad might pull away with Vlad's got a chance at winning the Triple Crown, which is pretty rare here. So I think Vlad will get there, but if I had a vote today, I would probably pick Otani. When you have 24 home runs and an ERA under 3, it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah, he's like now like Westbrook situation, like very historic performance, but team is not good. Yeah. I hope he's get MVP. So okay.
Yeah, well, it'll be good if the Angels can win some more games, if they can get Mike Trout back healthy and if they're a losing team, he might lose some votes because of that, and it's not his fault they're a losing team. I think they're right around 500 right now.
Okay, so the next question is, do you remember Munenori Kawasaki?
Yeah, I do. He spent 3 years with the Jays. That was fun, and his 2015 season, that was his last season with the Blue Jays, was a really, really fun year for the Jays. That was they made a bunch of trades and they made this awesome run to the playoffs. So that's kind of, I think he'll always have a place for Blue Jays fans for that. He wasn't the 2 years before that, he was probably playing a little too much. I don't know. He never really ended up hitting that well with the Blue Jays, but I know he was a really well-liked teammate and a good energy guy and stuff. So he's definitely a part of that 2015 playoff season in my mind.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes when I'm wearing the Kawasaki, the Blue Jays jersey, the people telling me like, "Oh, I love that guy. Like, I miss him. He's so funny. Like, that kind of like." So I actually didn't watch him as a Jays, so yeah, it's very happy to hear that.
Is he still playing in Japan or is he retired now?
Yeah, he's playing, but it's not NPB,
okay.
Yeah, 3A, not 3A, the individual league.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so final question is, who's your favorite Japanese baseball player?
So my answer to this would normally be, and he's not Japanese, but Eric Thames signed with Yomiuri Giants this year after playing a couple years. So he was a Blue Jays prospect, and then he played in Korea for a couple years, came back to Major League Baseball, and now he's in Japan, but he's been hurt most of the year. So I guess he doesn't count. Like I said, I just finished reading Sadaharu O's book, and I really enjoyed that, but I'm not old enough to have watched him. So I think my favorite one of the ones that have come over and played here, Daisuke Matsuzaka was a lot of fun to watch in those years when as a Blue Jays fan, you don't really like the Red Sox. But it was very fun to watch him come over and be, have so much success with them, and I think, win a World Series. And I know he didn't. He kind of his career in America was shorter than maybe we hoped, but he was really fun for a couple years.
Oh yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, but he's still playing the NPB.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite?
Ichiro Suzuki.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That should have been my answer. It's he's awesome. When I lived in Vancouver and went down to a couple Mariners games in Seattle, and it was always he was so special, and like at a time when everyone else in baseball was trying to do something different and hit home runs and stuff like that, and he was just like well, I mean, obviously he could hit a home run, but to be like the premier singles hitter and average hitter and last so long, it's to go back to Sadaharu Oh's book, he writes so much about kind of the Zen part of like practicing your swing and mastering your swing and making it an art form. And I think, I don't know if Ichiro has a book, and if he does, I haven't read it, but to last that long in baseball at that level, I'd imagine he had some of the same levels of discipline.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So, okay. The final question is not actually about sports for me. Like, so you work in the sports, like basketball industry right now, like NBA, and as a Raptors writer. So, like, can I get some advice to like becoming like you, like to get a job from Raptors or like NBA or sports industry?
I wrote a lot of stuff. I still write a lot, but I wrote a lot of stuff for a long time that, unfortunately you don't get paid a lot when you're starting out, if you get paid at all. But that was how I didn't go through a sports journalism program and get an internship and stuff like that. I just kind of made my own way. So similar to William Liu, where you just start writing and podcasting because you're passionate about it, and you just keep kind of working at it. It's not possible for everyone. People have to have jobs and stuff like that. So maybe you can't commit the time. But the biggest thing is just practice, right? And you'll get better just by writing and by podcasting and stuff. And if you watch your own podcast back or read your own articles back, you'll get better that way. And then, I think it's always good to have conversations like this. If there's someone whose work you like, talk to them about it. Takeshi Shibata has been covering Utah all year, and he's been on all the calls and stuff like that. If he'd ever let you take him out for a coffee or something like that, because he's the guy covering Utah. I know he hasn't been alone. There are some other people as well, but that's really it. Is get a lot of practice and talk to as many people as you can, because a lot of people have different ways of getting into the industry, so you could pull a little bit from everybody.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so the next season's my dream is going to do interview to Utah. So I hope its dreams come true.
Yeah, I hope so too. It's that'd be very cool. Do you do these podcasts in Japanese as well?
Yeah.
So you would do the interview with Utah in Japanese?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm sure your listeners would really like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's finish all questions. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your time. I'm very happy, and I'm so nervous. Sorry about it.
No, it's great. I had a lot of fun. Arigato.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. So okay, let's keep in touch, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
Okay.
And if I get to Japan next summer, I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Okay, see you next time. Thank you, Blake. Bye bye.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. ということでいかがだったでしょうか。正直今回僕はウィリアム・ルーさんの時よりちょっと緊張しましたね。ルーさんの時は普段動画で顔を見てるからなのかそんなに緊張しなかったんですけど、ブレイク・マーフィーさんはいつもポッドキャストで声を聞いてるだけの人なので、あんまりちょっと顔を見たことがなくて、思いっきりコミュ障と人見知りを発症しましたね。本当にルーさんの時もそうだったんですけど、記事を読んだりポッドキャスト聞くのもいいんですけど、やっぱり直接話を聞けるのはすごくいい機会ですよね。本当にすごく面白かったです。チャンネルが大きくなっているおかげでこういったことができてます。本当にありがとうございます。この動画がいいと思ったらいいねボタンを押してください。また来期こそは渡辺選手に取材に行くことを目標としています。チャンネル登録という形で応援してもらえると嬉しいです。またコメントもお待ちしてます。他に誰か話を聞いてほしいとかいう要望もあればぜひ書いてください。それでは本日はありがとうございました。また次の動画で。バイバイ。